Ladies and gentlemen, now I need to give an absolutely huge shout out to B McG, who highlighted a relic interaction between Spider-Man 2099 and Lizard that is a complete game changer for this character. So every 8 seconds via one of the base runes, you can actually gain immunity to the next precision buff. And this is insane with Lizard because it synergizes with his Primal Rage. Whenever he's immune to a buff, it activates the Unstoppable, the Unblockable, and during this gives him 6,100 attack rating. So basically, it makes the really awkward combo much easier to get off, and also you can do some very fun bullying in the corner. So this is going to trigger off Dex when we would like it to, but here we're just going to try and get Winter Soldier first and foremost into the corner. And then you see here we Dex, and because we got the Unstoppable, we can go for cheeky heavies. And then we can chain on a special one. And then we get additional big attack here. And you see, even going for a Dex there, dude, I'm right back at it again, you know? And we fire that off, and now I think we just... maybe use one more special one. And then I think what we can do is... I'm going to attack in a little bit more here. Just going to use the relic to pause those. And this is going to be like so much overkill here. But the stress of doing that rotation... absolutely nothing. It's super chill. Granted, that wasn't the fastest fight, right? We could have pushed that a little bit faster, but damn, dudes, damn, we had a good amount of overkill there, boys. We had a good amount of overkill. The power stings are ready to go a little bit more. So yeah, let's go into Cat Marvel Classic here and see if we can get these times down a little bit faster. Sometimes Lizard, you know, you do have an element of RNG to the opponent throwing special attacks and doing various things. Okay, we got the special one. Okay, we kind of cooking here. And then we'll go with the special 2. This may be enough. Nearly the power sting. Gonna finish off the job. Damn, man. I still got a little bit of finessing. 43 seconds. A lot more respectable in comparison there. Alright, so we skipped ahead a few matches. I'm still trying to just get used to playing Lizard Dude because he's a little bit hectic, man. There's a lot going on in the kit. And I feel like I'm almost there, but still not quite there in terms of just being able to play him well. This has been a terrible start, dude. We got no ruptures. Sometimes you'll also have just really bad luck with the ruptures. And then that does not feel super great. Okay, we got a good amount off those combos though, so that's a pretty good time. Here we just want to prioritize the heavy refresh. Dash back, go in. Use another special one here. Just stack these up. And then I'm just gonna striker so that I can heavy, so I can refresh all of these ruptures. And there we go. Dude, that was a pretty clean Wolverine. Really nice synergy with the Despair Mastery as well. 44 seconds. Not bad, not bad. We'll take it. And a Lizard Special 2 essentially is going to deal more damage for every single rupture that you've triggered during the fight. So yeah, we didn't even have the opportunity last fight to really see that in action. Charging off the heavy attack, though, to pause the ruptures is sometimes a little... like, the timing is very precise, because you've got to let the heavy attack fly as soon as they're breaking out the parry stun. So yeah, sometimes that can have a very short window. But the Relic stun's super clutch, because then you can do something like this. You can one hit of the heavy off the Relic, and then go in for it. Which is a pretty good time. And then we can go for another combo. We can special one if we want. Here, I'm just kind of like special wanting because I think like another couple of special ones are going to kill him before I get to the special 2. If he throws it right now. Come on, dude. There we go. Perfect. That's a pretty quick... oh, I thought it was quick. 52 seconds. Okay. Not quite as quick as I thought there. And then let's move on to the Hulk final matchup. I guess we did have a pretty diabolical start. There we go. Okay, that's pretty good on the Ruptures. A little cheeky with the time in there, but we got it. I think here as well, the special attack damage, it would be amplified if we had the Unstoppable, but I think the burst isn't. Like, that only scales a base attack, so not bad, dude. That chunk, that Hulk, in the end, 45 seconds. I do know there's room for improvement. I need to go back, study the gameplay, and get a bit more practice. But I'm really enjoying just how much more practical this relic makes Lizard to play, dude. Just feels really nice. But let's jump into some fights on the Mystic map in the CCP beta. And let's try a few different opponents. One I want to try just for a bit of fun, we'll start off here, is Man-Thing. So Man-Thing, he is a big poisonous character that doesn't take any additional damage from critical hits. So Lizard is kind of a little perfect here. So we can put that 15-second debuff pause up. We can chain in a heavy there as well. We can immediately take a combo to the face from Man-Thing. One has been infused with the spirit of Brian Grant here. Okay, let's get these going. See, that's what I mean about cheeky, unstoppable plays, dude. This is what we love to see. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, we did lose the Ruptures there, but it is what it is. Doesn't matter. Man-Thing's dead. He's gone. He's in the bin. 51 seconds. I think, just for a bit of fun and practice, and also I want to see him in some, like, slightly bigger matches as well. Let's just keep going down the Man-Thing line here. This is a 750k health Man-Thing. Dude, it's insane that the Unstoppable doesn't have a timer if you don't trigger it. Oh, actually, I made a slight mistake there. I'm just gonna stick to the special one for now because I'm kind of just ramping. Actually, I think we can probably make a push here. Oh, easy, dude. Yeah. He's cooking, dude. He's cooking. Okay, the health pools are getting bigger. 54. I mean, you know, I was saying about the overkill damage, and I think that's like the really interesting bit about Lizard is a lot of these matches, granted, you know, they're not the absolute fastest matches in the world. I feel like kind of every single fight we're doing, or we've done so far, we're just about getting started in terms of the rotation. And then, like, the fight ends. That is very cheeky. Here we can just do some diabolical stuff with a fire off that. We won't get the trigger on this one. I think I can go for this. Is it always safe to like throw the heavy attack after the special one? Maybe if you're quick. Yeah, I don't know if that's always safe, but maybe there's also like some gap closing things you can do. Okay, one more. And then I'm gonna... Then we go for the special 2, right? And then I can just bully in a bit more. This is like a Labyrinth of Legends Man thing equivalent. There we go, nice pause on that one. And then we can bring in the Relic. You know, this is like a pretty huge health pool to get through, especially with Man-Thing. You know, you've got the mitigation, you got the resistance, 2 minutes. I think that's still fairly decent. And the cleanliness of that fight, you know, we did the whole path, dude, and we're still kind of at full health, which is awesome as well. Oh, dude, he feels really, really good to play, like, when you get into that loop. Like, I'm really, really enjoying that. I think also this could be a character, if I got Lizard, like, on the free-to-play, just because in those matches that we did for the majority of the video, so everything outside the really big health pool, we were kind of ramping up and getting into it. I feel like he's a character that has the potential, even at rank 3, to kind of punch up to rank 4 defenders and be able to do them. Assuming that you can fight them cleanly. Alright, so now let's go for some meta defenders. So let's go for Nico Minoru, who is a character who has an annoying invisibility if she can fire off her special 1, and also applies poison to you. So Lizard, he does counter both of those things, which is quite nice. Got the debuff pause, which is good. I'm actually going to hold block here. The luck on the ruptures has been pretty diabolical so far. Partially salvaged there. Very cheeky little backdraft intercept. Dodge, dodge, dodge. And we actually did not dodge that last hit. We took it to the face, but that is where the unstoppable can be quite useful. And the regeneration is it's taking us back, dude. It's doing some work. Look at that. Special 2 to the face, mate. And just like that, we're not even worried. Dude, special 2 to the face and almost full heal? That's pretty good. These showcases are needed to show the real utility of taking hits to the face, but still being able to close out on a respectable battleground score. You know, that's definitely what you're looking for there. But yeah, overall, that was pretty sick, dude. I'm very happy with that matchup against Nico Minoru. And now let's try Absman, because I have a feeling we might be seeing some more Absmans in BGs soon. And they are known for having a bit of regeneration. So, see what Lizard does against this particular matchup. And if there is anything particularly noteworthy, that was just kind of lucky there. I think in Battlegrounds, yeah, it's a little tricky to get those first heavy balls. But actually, I think I should just be able to easy heavy punish. Oh yeah, you've got such an easy heavy punish versus Absman here. Do 1 hit. Probably should just be going in, to be fair. I don't need to knock him down this much. And here, I think I'll go for a special 2. Oh, that dealt, like, no damage, dude. Is it because Rupture's physical damage and he's in this stance? So I think in order to deal with Absman, I need to get him out of the base stance and in the fire stance, or no stance at all, I believe is what I'm looking for. Okay, maybe this is a matchup that requires like a little bit more finesse. Because, yeah, I did not land a successful special 2 there, but just something to think about when you fight Absman is, yeah, it looks like don't use the special 2 when he's in his hardened special 1 form, or he just has way too much mitigation and will make for a sad time. It will be a very, very sad time. Okay, let's go. One last final opponent on this showcase. I'm seeing a few options here, but one I kind of... Should we go for Enchantress really isn't the best matchup for Lizard, because Enchantress, the ideal way to beat Enchantress is to, like, not bait out that many special ones and nuke her down. But let's see what this matchup feels like with Lizard. Because Lizard's, he's essentially like a Power Sting champion, right? So you want, like, a lot of specials to be spammed, whereas Enchantress, you want to pray that she does not do that a lot of the time. Let's have a look. Okay, so we got a knockdown with a... We got a punish heavy attack. We can also avoid that damage in a better scenario. Okay, so we get the heavy attack. Special 1. I cannot fully dex Enchantress's special 1, so all of my counters rely on... what is it? Killing her before she uses a second one, essentially. But overall, we can end this off here. Special 2. Chomp down on Enchantress, and boom, easy game, easy life. But yeah, not really the absolute best champion for that. Definitely can do it, but you're going to want to get good at dexing Enchantress's special 1 to really do the Lizard versus Enchantress matchup. But overall, I really enjoyed the Man-Thing match, especially, where I kind of got more of an opportunity to open him up and see what the damage and the power stings feel like in kind of that longer form scenario. So yeah, Lizard's like a really interesting one, because I think he's got a lot of potential to punch up. My gameplay, particularly here today, I will say, like, is not where it needs to be for Lizard. Like, Lizard, there's a lot to manage. You need to just be very quick with what intervals you want to refresh and what intervals you want to, like, attack into max combos and how you want to line everything up. And yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, a lot of practice is going to make you a much better Lizard player, but I do think there are going to be some people doing some pretty bonkers things with Lizard, especially with this relic in the next probably a few months now that he's in the Titan. So yeah, this, honestly, massive love to BMcG. This relic interaction has really changed my enjoyment of Lizard. It's elevated it. It just makes him, like, a lot more chill, a lot more practical to play. You've just got such easy access to Unstoppable and Unblockable, which for so many nodes now allows you to do very interesting things, right? Because you can heavy attack whenever you want, you can block break. There's like a lot of cool things now that you can do with Lizard that you might not have initially expected to be able to do, just because you can so reliably trigger this buff immunity, this Unstoppable, this Unblockable. You can just gain access to it whenever, and it only has an 8-second cooldown, right? So this is pretty huge, man. It is pretty huge. As long as you don't take a direct Unstoppable hit, and then it makes the cooldown a little bit longer, it ups it to like 10 seconds. But even then, dude, even if you mess up or, you know, go for a gamble on like a 4 combo into heavy attack and you get hit, you're still fine. Like, he's super tanky, he's got massive regeneration. So yeah, honestly, dude, I'm really optimistic now about Lizard. I feel like I got to get him to rank 4 on the main account, and I've got to get a little bit better at playing him to really see what I want to see out of Lizard. But thank you all very much for watching today's video. Once again, shout out to BMcG. I'll put a link to his channel and one of his YouTube shorts on Lizard in the comments section below. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.